Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have for you the Black Powder Specialist. Another off-meta build, focusing on one-shot kills, but as well very high overall DPS, damage per second. Surprisingly, as for Black Powder weapons, it's not what you would expect, but this build performs really well, can be used both full health and low health, aka bloodied. Only one perk swap is happening, so I will show you both in this video. Regardless if you prefer to play full health, low health, this is the build for you. And now, let's jump in. Starting with a quick performance showcase. Full health versus super mutants, and then we go low health versus grand hunts, and so on. So super mutants early on can survive a single shot to the head, but later on, when I will ramp up my damage, adrenaline, or if I use a critical, they absolutely do die from the one shot. The damage goes up slightly when I'm low health. The reason for that is that low health, we have Nerd Rage kicking in, so that's a little bit of extra damage, and that's about it. Mostly the damage comes from the kill streak, therefore now you can see I have more than enough on the kill streak to one pop all those level 100 super mutants. So yeah, this is absolutely one-shot killer. When taking one for the team activates, the damage is over 3k per headshot. I would say very solid. And the real speed is really fast too. Our main driver is this gun, so that's a pistol. And now our Grand Hunt, we are low health. How can we do in here? And that's the target. Frosty Outlaw. Easy two-shot for the Frosty Outlaw. I think that's really good. And what about flying targets and a little bit more range when it's required? And yeah, tanking is not a problem either. This ghoul didn't surprise us at all. Now, for the targets that tend to be far away, we are switching to a rifle. Rifle, much greater range, much superior approach. Even aiming is decent. It almost hit this good. No, I wanted to show decent aiming. Obviously, miss from the first shot, but the damage and the range much better at this rifle. I will be talking more about those weapons as we go with the showcase, but look at that. Easy. 3 shots for the Scourge Beast, which is kind of a beast. We do have 95% hit chance. Hit chance is a tiny bit lower if you go full health, as obviously you do not have this extra 15 perception from unyielding armor if you go full health. That's why I do like for a daily driver to go low health, and if I need to go to the raid or demanding content that can really dish out huge damage, I will switch to full health. Very easy to do. And now what makes this build work? Special distribution before application of legendary perks, as seen in here. Legendary perks, I do have strength, taking one for the team, intelligence, agility, luck. You may notice that I'm using different special on my ghoul, but that's because different cards I have upgraded here, and it doesn't really matter which kind of special you are using. All that it matters is that 4 of them are upgraded to give you plus 20 to your total special points that you can then use. And last card, I just don't have anything upgraded yet. Therefore, I'm running Funky, that's rank 1. This is, anyway, for most of my build, swappable card. So this build is finished. It's just in the future, we'll have something else here on the last swappable slot. Taking one for the team is the most important if you care about high damage output. And of course, special to finish the build. So depend what comes first. You can even choose to upgrade 4 cards of special first before upgrading taking one for the team. Now, regular perks. So under strength, I do have Blocka for tankiness. Yes, the Blocka will be nerfed with the next patch, most likely in March, but for now it's a must-have if you are playing low health build. Some enemies can really pack a punch with melee attacks, so without Blocka, especially if you are bloodied, it will end up in you being dead very quickly. Then Scatter Shot. Each shot, like I don't know if you noticed, but every time I shoot, if I didn't kill with the first shot, I completely crippled enemy thanks to this card. Like all limbs. Head, arms, legs, and even torso. It was all fully crippled. Easy target, so follow-up shots always have 75% damage bonus that adds up with Tormentor, which adds another 120% damage bonus for most enemies, as they do have at least 6 parts that are considered limbs. So multiply the 20% by 6, and you have 120. So that's solid bonus, easy target, and Tormentor after a second shot. I mean, after first shot on the second shot. Number Cruncher, as those Black Powder weapons have some cost to it, so that's boosting the damage. Ground Pounder, yeah, you do want to reload them faster than the default, so Ground Pounder is kind of a must for me. Extra reload speed, making the pistol reload in about 3 seconds, what is acceptable, that's the same as most rifles do. Tank Killer for more damage, Awareness for VATS accuracy, Downranger, and Concentrated Fire only rank 1, there was no more room. Downranger and Concentrated Fire, not even necessary those two, but help a little. So I do have them in here. A lot of endurance. Tankiness, if you are not running power armor, is quite nice to have. Especially for low health, but not only. If you are playing full health, you will save a lot on stimpaks if you are tanky. If you don't need to be super tanky, it's fine, but then I would recommend a stealth build, like Bounty Hunter with Elder's Mark over Black Powders. Black Powder are loud, you will be detected, so all the stuff for tankiness is quite handy here. Life Giver, Ironclad, Iron Stomach. Through Haika for carry weight, you may notice there is no Traveling Pharmacy under Strength. There was no room, I'm just not carrying too much aid, or I will use a backpack with chem weight reduction. The Natural Resistance, Vaccinated, I'm testing that recently, and it seems like it does stack with other effects that reduce chance to get diseases, and since I equipped that and I'm well fed, well hydrated, I did not get disease even once. So maybe it is possible to have 100%. It's still in process of testing, so I'm not saying this is must-have in here, but seems to be working at this moment. Adamantium Skeleton, so my limbs don't get crippled. Fireproof for more tankiness, and Star Genes to keep mutations, as we are human. Charisma, Bodyguards, Strange in Number, and Inspirational for extra experience. No Tenderizer. The reason for missing Tenderizer, Black Powder weapons are firing relatively slow, so we'll never stack enough to make it worth it. Intelligence. First aid to boost our stimpaks, Nerd Rage when our health drops, and I do recommend to keep Nerd Rage even if you are a full health build. As that's very unlikely you will be exactly at 100% health at all times, so if your health drops like 50%, you are already getting some solid universal damage boost from Nerd Rage, so I would recommend to have it, even if you are full health. Gunsmith, guns break slower, that's a must. That's a must if you are playing with Black Powder. They break way too fast without it. After that, Agility. 2 key components, Modern Renegade and Enforcer. Perfect synergy with Black Powder weapons. That's what allows us to get full crippling with singular shot. So we want them. Then Gunslinger for weak spot damage, and here. It will be a swap if you are playing full health. If you are playing full health, you will get max rank Gunslinger, and you will drop Born Survivor to just rank 1, as that's enough with full health build. So that's the swap. That's the only difference between low health and full health for the build. Upgrade Gunslinger, drop Born Survivor to rank 1. Then we do have Evasive. I'm using my Evasive armor here, so I'm full on evade of enemy attacks. That helps with my armor to survive even more and repair it less, and generally I'm more tanky. I'm happy with evasive effects as they are, with addition of new legendary effect on armor that gives more evase. Is it necessary? No. You don't need to run evase, you can choose to run something else. Dodgy is required to remove the cooldown from evasive effects and add additional 5%, so you do want to have it. If you go for evasive, you go for dodgy as well. Both synergize very well. You may notice no onslaught effects. That's because Black Powders are not really compatible with that. You need quad on Black Powder weapons. Then lag. Grim Reaper Sprint. So each kill, so each shot basically in VATS restores some action points. That helps to power up dodgy. I never run out of action points thanks to Grim Reaper Sprint. Serendipity when health drops, even at full health, keep it, as it kicks in already at 30% health. So yes, before Born Survival triggers, your evasive chance goes up. So I would recommend to keep that even for full health builds. If, of course, you are running evasive. Ricochet, that's must have for about anyone. Awesome card. Luck of the Draw. So another card to improve durability of my weapons, so I don't need to repair them constantly. That's the only downside of Black Powder weapons. You need to repair them a lot, but Gunsmith, Luck of the Draw compensate for that quite nicely. 4-Leaf Clover. If I miss, I will get VATS recharge, but only important for enemies that are very far away and I'm trying to get them in VATS. 1 point, so still worth it. Class Freak, reduce negative effects of mutations, crit savvy so I can have more criticals, and Junk Shield for more resistance. Now, the gear part and mutations. So mutations that I'm running, Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scully Skin, Speed Demon, so you can say default for most range builds. No explanation needed, unless you have questions about any of those. Let me know. Then gear. The most important, weapons. Not Dom Pedro though. This is a no-no, I tested. Black Powder Pistol. Or Blunderbuss does the same thing. The important part for it, quad. And quad. You can run 1 star Black Powder Pistol. It will be fine. But you must have quad. What quad does, it gives you 4 shots instead of 1 and improves the fire rate. So both things are going up. Quad is a must. Then if you can spec it as I have, for extra limb damage, extra reload speed, and extra damage to crippled targets, it will make it a perfect main driver for this build. The perfect one if you get it like that. And then, to top up the build, I have a second weapon. Eventually it will be 4-star, you may notice it's not yet. That's because I don't have anything to put on 4-star just yet. I need to farm it from the raid. But quad, again, it's the important part. And VATS hit chance on 2nd star is important here because that weapon is used at high range in VATS to get a weak spot hit. Basically guaranteed. So that's why different effects. The perception is not really what I need here. Eventually it will be reload speed. The same story. I ran out of legendary mod boxes to mod everything perfectly as I wanted. Perception does help a tiny bit with VATS accuracy. Not good enough to justify having it here. So don't look at that. It just quad VATS hit chance. Eventually it will be faster reload speed for me. And bullies. More damage to crippled targets. AP cost, you could consider reducing that running VATS optimized, but I don't want to. Reducing AP cost reduce the damage as well because of number cruncher, and I want damage high. I don't care about AP cost. 28 when I'm firing once a second. I will not run out of action points no matter what, so I don't need to worry how much it costs per shot, just because it's so slow firing weapon. So not a worry in the world. And this one has skin on it. That's why it looks a little bit different. Armor. I'm running Anil Link, as I like to run low health. If I run full health, I keep this armor as I'm too lazy to swap it. You can consider something else if you are full health build. Overeaters would be perfect, or whatever you really like. You can go Nocturnal with 1 piece of Chameleon, fine too. I do strongly recommend Luck on the 2nd star for most armor sets. That's what I'm running. The benefit currently, the Luck scaling of the perks and criticals and so on, it's not something that can be replaced. And evasive, so reflex, evade on the last star on my entire set. Eventually, when I will get 4-star, I will add limit breaking in here, and I'm planning to unlock a jetpack. Currently, it's asbestos lining for fire resist, which is fine as long as I don't have a jetpack. Later on, it will be switch. The limbs, everything is exactly the same. Limbs are ultralight, so I have more action points. It sounds like not much, it's 5 per piece, but total 4 pieces is 20 action points. 1 extra shot. It's worth it. In my opinion, it's absolutely worth to run ultralight, and it's much lighter, so I can carry more stuff. Additional bonus. Power armor not really needed with this build. Regular armor works perfectly fine. About backpack, I'm running high capacity, but if you need to carry more chems, run the chemist mod on it, and that will reduce the weight of chems. It's fine. I have chembox, followed first chembox, so that's where stuff goes, and I don't need to worry. To be more tanky, I'm running Secret Service under armor. If you want more experience, run flannel, shield, and jeans with shield. That's intelligence and charisma for more experience. That's my outfit. Starlet Sniper outfit. This is all Atom Shop stuff. So if you cannot craft it, yeah, you need it. And that's from the Season Pass. Current mini-season for daily challenges. The hat from Starlet Sniper is this one. A little bit different. But yeah, for now, I need the other one for the challenges. That's why it's a different hat. And last thing, if you are new to Junk Shield, you just buy Vault Steel Scrap and always hold 100 on you. Lock it, and that gives full bonus of Junk Shield. So Junk Shield will be always active for a full bonus of 138 to both damage and energy. A little bit lower if your luck is lower. Another reason to boost your luck, to have more out of it. That's a very solid resistance. My total resistance is very solid as well. Not a squishy build at all, even at low health. Only the rate is a scenario that I try as a low health build, and I was dying. Not always. I did contribute. I was able to stop mole miners on stage 2, help take down the Guardian Shield, help with the stage 3 enemies. I was able to one-shot crystals on stage 4. And then the snake killed me. But full health, I can go into the raid. I just need to switch to full health. Just heal, just use right away. And no power armor is possible with black powder and really contributing a lot. And that being said, what do you think about this build? Let me know, and see you all in the next one.